Plants vs. Zombies, like, cue music. Hold on. Hold on. So again, the one that goes fuck. I don't remember the soundtrack for it. Was it this one? This one? Can't remember. No, not that one. Where was it? Ah, fuck it. Trying to see if I could find the one where it's like no, not that one. Where is it? It's not the Zomboss stage, is it? No, that can't be right. That can't be the correct one, because that one's like No, Zomboss is a different. Nah, that's like the really fun one. Which one was it? Was it this one? Is it mini games? Is that the one? Thinking of? Let me see. No, see, that's the fun one. Where's the, like the one that's like really fucking like basic, like the why not that one? This one? How the fuck do I not? Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. This one. There we go. This is like perfect like elevator music. Like waiting for me to get shit done. Waiting for me to activate shit. Yeah, that's right. This is the one. Of this. Let me see. Yes, there is. There's a lot of covers. What the hell? Hold on. How do you make a guitar remix of this? Hold on. What? Hold on.
Good evening, Color.
How do you make an acoustic cover of this? Hey, how you doing? Oh, wow. That's actually shocking. See that? Okay. I don't know why I expected that to be, like, a little different. I'm kind of surprised. This actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Also, how you doing? How you doing, Super Chefs? How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Yeah, okay. I can see why that cover works.
Doing alright, and yourself?
Doing okay. Sorry, the music's really loud. Let me fix it. I was gonna grab some water real quick, because I'm also fucking really thirsty, but I'm trying to, like... Okay. Yeah, we won't do that. I just was trying to see... What's this one? What the fuck? Epic orchestral cover. Music. Here you go. I like the acoustic music. Me too, but, you know. I just was, like, trying to figure out why, like, that's a cover or something, but what's this? Fucking... How do you make this... Okay. I think they're going a little overboard with, like, some of the crazy stuff. I don't know how you make this, like, song... This is, like, a orchestral cover. How do you make this... It's already orchestral. I guess it's not orchestral, but... Man, God, I love it sounds like a Marvel, like, song. Alright, well, I'm gonna make you guys listen to this because this is fucking bizarre. Alright, well, you guys are gonna be listening to this while I'm trying to figure out, like... You guys are gonna be listening to this while I go grab some water real quick. I'll notify the chat in a sec. This is so stupid. I'll notify you. It's like, well...
You good, IOR?
Anyway. Oh god, it's just been looping the whole time. Oh god, I've been torturing
Also,
y'all with
sorry,
that.
I can't see your username on YouTube.
Hold on. Oh my god, it's just been looping the whole time. I did not mean to do this to you. Oh god. Sorry. Been drinking soda. Even though I shouldn't be, because, you know, that's a bad thing. Anyway. Anywho. Sorry. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentle ladies, how are you doing? God damn it, okay. Notify Stoat that I am live. Are you still here? Nope. No, there isn't. Okay.
And don't forget the mental gen.
Don't forget the what? The mental gen?
Hand dirty.
What mental gen? Mom spaghetti.
Kronk.
Kronk? What about Kronk?
Why head dirty?
Mom spaghetti.
Gentleman, mental gen. Get it now?
Gentleman mental gen? Camel. Gate. I don't know. Gant. Gem. I don't know. I try to make something different.
Hey. Gaddies and Lentilman.
Gaddies and Lentilmen, yeah.
Lentils.
Lentils? Lentils? Splentils. Dun, 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 dun.
Mustard.
Mustard! Anyway.
I miss my boyfriend.
Yeah. Me too.
I miss my wife.
Me too. That one also is a good. That's also, yeah. Me too. I also love that shirt.
Man, I love looking at it. Welcome to Animate. Color. Also, hey, look, streak.
Halo streak. Nice. Looking at welcome to animate color. Welcome to animate. What?
I miss my husband, Tails.
Miss my husband, Tails? Yeah. Miss my husband, Tails. Miss my husband? Wait, what?
I miss kissing Color.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I miss being able to go out on patrols. Color, I made Henry Appleton.
Who is Henry Appleton? What is Henry Appleton?
Wait, did I kiss Color or was I dreaming?
Kiss color? I have no idea what you're talking about. It must have been a dream. I don't know what you're talking about. Totally nothing that exists.
Replying to Super Chefs. I miss kissing Color. That's amazing, Katie.
The fuck? There's a...
I miss sleeping.
Why did they make a metal cover of this? The whole point is that's like peaceful.
Look in Discord.
The fuck? What? Why? What's the point? What's the point? Why? Why? What's the point of this?
I can't lie, the intro was pretty nice though.
The intro? What intro? What the hell? What is this?
Of the song.
Oh, the song? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just played it because it was like a very cheesy cover of something. I don't know why this needs to exist. I mean, I guess it's better than AI slop, I guess. This is a new channel, by the way.
Kohler, I'm starting to realize how confused you get in a basic sentence all the time.
How confused I get at a basic sentence. I mean, sometimes you guys don't really form coherent sentences. Or you say, like, certain sentences that just make no sense at all. So, to be fair. I made, like, an Angry Birds theme.
My sentence made sense.
Yeah, but I wasn't confused at what sentence. Also, that's not how you spell sentence. I'm aware. Okay, alright, we're done with that.
Well, that's not how you spell color.
Well, that's not how you spell color. In American, it is. Literally, the American way you spell color is how you spell it, but you're thinking of the British way, or the European way. But in my region, how you spell color, this is how you spell it, is C-O-L-O-R.
You smell.
You smell? I mean, that's just
British
true.
English.
I smell like Goodwill, so. That's just truthful, but,
Cancelled vs. Cancelled AHH.
Cancels versus canceled, what? Anyway.
I just cleaned my blanket. The washing machine always makes it smell nice.
I just cleaned my
The joke is that they sound the exact goddamn same.
Yeah, I know. I just cleaned my blanket. The washing machine makes it smell nice. Yeah, that's kind of what it's supposed to do. The fabric softener is what makes it smell nice, but yes, just having it washed is nice too. The fabric, because usually when you wash something in a washer, like with like Tide, it won't really necessarily make it smell good. But if you wash it with like if you wash it with what do you call it, fabric softener, then it will smell good. So the one thing that people also don't recognize is the fact that you're supposed to clean your washer every once in a while. So, and people just don't do that. That's the reason
why is Shaggy's posture built like mine? Holy Magus is on an aria with the word Julius on it.
Well, because that's literally how they draw him. That's literally from the reference sheet. Like, they draw him, like, look how forward his posture is. That's how he looks. He looks like this.
Damn.
Yeah, his posture is just super forward. Like, I accidentally destroyed the reference sheet, but, yeah, I mean, dude just looks like that. Dude just got crazy posture. Actually, can't really see it too well with this angle, but when you do it like this, all of a sudden, yeah, he looks like he has crazy posture. His neck is like way the fuck out there. Weirdly enough, at that angle it looks weird, but at this angle it looks fine. It's interesting how perspective.
That posture is kinda similar to mine too. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, mine. I mean, a lot of us shouldn't be walking like that anyway, because if you walk slouched, you'll just have back problems and neck problems. Ugh.
Me when I elongate my neck until I turn to the left.
Mm-hmm. He said left woke woke. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm sorry. So I just have to make that joke. Anyway, I mean, I don't have to make it, but I'm going to make it because reasons. So I like making fun of content creators. Anyway, I get joy out of fucking with them. But, you know, I don't really see any in reality, thank fucking God, but, you know, I would probably just, like, destroy their phone, though, if they dare fucking record my ass, so... To be fair, I'm not the most friendly to content creators. And nor will I ever be. So, you know.
Do you think when right-wing PPL try to figure out their rights and lefts, they go, oh yeah, it's on the LFT?
People... Rights and... Well, no, they don't even go left, they just continue... They just continue being moronic and crash into a wall. You think... When right people go figure out left or right, they go, oh yeah, it's on the... Oh, they just fucking censor it? Yeah. I mean, fucking... They love how they complain all about censorship, but then the moment that, you know, their side is dominant...
Funnily enough, people hate to admit when they're wrong.
Oh, yeah. Well, the irony is, I mean, yeah, people do, but this is kind of the fucking problem, is like, most of the time, most people that are stable at least can understand that, like, you know, when it comes to human beings, you know, it's okay to admit just being a good person. You know, usually, not being a shitty person is usually where it ends. But the problem is, now there are just people that act like cartoons. Like, things that used to be fictional characters are real now, because for some odd reason, people thought that shit was real. You know, like, Asmogarbage isn't real. Nuxtaku isn't real. Like, fucking Tactical Templar, well, he's actually a pedophile, but, you know. But, like, you know, these people play characters, and the fucking problem is that, like, the one thing that always bugs me is the fact that the reason why, like, Asmogarbage and Nuxtaku didn't get, like, a good audience, or didn't get, like, an audience in the first place, or they weren't able to really get that popular in the first place, and it took till Zoomers to fucking, like, late Zoomers, by the way, not even early Zoomers, late Zoomers, in order for them to actually get an audience. It's because millennials knew that they were playing a fucking character and, like, being a fucking troll. And, like, to be fair, it really just didn't fucking matter because these guys were fucking losers, but late Zoomers don't understand that these people... I
qualify as a content creator, because I don't play a character. I don't lie about shit.
No. Well, like, the problem is these guys just straight up, like, they're playing characters. Zach doesn't act like that in real life. I mean, he might. I don't know. He, like, to be fair, he could just be lying about his life, but a lot of people that act like him aren't really like that in reality, because they don't give a shit. They never really did. Their whole thing is to play this fictional character. Zach Hadel? No, I'm talking about Asmogarbage. I don't even know who's... I think Zach Hadel's a different guy. I don't know. Well, I know Zach Hadel's a different guy, but...
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about. Oh, that guy. Oh, Psychic Pebbles? No, fuck no. Psychic Pebbles is fucking... is a...
Zach Hadel, the guy who makes Smiling Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the fucking Oni Plays group guys. Yeah. Oh, this guy, yeah. This guy is definitely, like, I don't know. This dude's kind of plays a character online, too, but he also is very...
I still have the plushie of him.
Yeah, he, how do you say it? I mean, he plays a character, too, but... I don't know. He acts like a millennial. He acts like... How do I say this? Usually a lot of content creators act like jerks. They are just dicks. They can be. They're just douchebags. Like, typically, they usually
all the shitty factory produced glory.
Yeah, usually they are just douchebags. The difference is you're like talking about like, like comparing like an Alpha Red and a fucking like Zach Hadel and an Oni plays and even a Flash Gets. I don't want to even bring those fuckers up, but even them or like a Tomska or something, they're gonna act like they're gonna be kind of dicks in real life. But the irony is they're also not people that they're just more dicks because they're introverted. They're more dicks because they're introverted and they're kind of not very good at like communication skills, but they don't.
I wasn't comparing, I just was confused on who you were talking ABT.
Yeah, but like the difference between, I know, I'm just giving like, differentiation. Like these guys, sorry, I'm not saying that right. Differentiation? No, wait. Differentiating. What? Hold on. Differentiate. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just trying to, like, Zach Hadel and all of the other like YouTubers that are, I think, older than Asmon Garbage, but also near like younger and just in the middle, a lot of people that are in his generation may act like dicks, sure. Don't get me wrong. They do. They're kind of douchey. Like they're really, really douchey. Like they've let the mask off sometimes. But the difference is they're also not just like they're not also trying to like go out of their way to make other like people's lives worse. They're selfish, but they're not douchebaggery. They're not like a douche, you know? They're not just like a big old douche that's like trying to like make people's lives actively worse. I don't, they don't care about that kind of stuff, and they just want their own happiness. Like, or they just want to pay attention to their own happiness. Simple as that. They'll say shit that's just like not okay sometimes, or things that are like, they'll say things that are just like a little ignorant. They'll say things that are not just a little, like very ignorant, but they don't say shit because they're trying to harm anybody. They just say shit because like they have an opinion that's very millennial, if that makes any sense, and that's fine. It is what it is. A lot of millennials definitely are a lot nicer than these content creators, don't get me wrong, but depending on their job, I guess, if they're an IT fucker, then not anymore, but but like, I don't know. It's fine. They're passive enough. They don't really, we don't have to really deal with their asses like enough, or we don't have to, I don't know. They're inconsequential, if that makes any sense. People like Asmon Garbage have just sat and played a character for so long that he has to continue committing to that character, and like, and I don't know if he's just convinced himself that he is that character or what, but he's actively just hurting people. He's actively like, and you could be like, oh, well, he doesn't get off of his ass and do anything. That's true, but he has
I think
a
I mentioned
massive...
this before, but I have an uncle who works in IT and we talked about the Gen AI. He thankfully doesn't like it either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not even talking about AI. I'm just talking about content creators in general. People have like an audience, and they can influence an audience that, are not as lazy as they are. I'm going to be honest, because a lot of content creators kind of will, depending on which one you are, I guess, it's an easier job than most jobs, if that makes any sense. It's still a job, I guess, but it's an easier job than any other job to exist. And so like people could just be like Asmon Garbage and sit on their ass and do like nothing all day. They have like a manager that handles things. They have like a, what do I call it? They have a manager that handles things. They have like an editor. I mean, I guess they have like a stock portfolio, and like I can't remember what the name of it was, but there's like this like gaming PC thing that he has some kind of stock portfolio in. Trying to remember the name of it because it actually is kind of important. Starforge. He has he gets like partial of a payment from Starforge, or probably fully. I don't know. He's no longer the spokesman for it, but I think he owns that company. like the dude is just kind of like, it's like he doesn't, so basically he just collects a bunch of income, sits on his ass all day, and like, and uses his influence to make people's lives worse. Like he's just not helping anybody. Like he it's so weird that everybody that likes him talks about how much of an activist he is, but I'm like, I don't see him going out to anything. I don't see him doing anything. The only thing he's telling people to do is kill people, and that's his words, not mine. He's said before to the LGBTQ plus community, we should kill these people, word for word. It's like he has legitimately, and he said this multiple times, and it's like you could be like, oh yeah, well that's just gamer speak. The problem is, gamer speak or not, you are telling your audience that that could not be like people that, not everybody, but there is going to be that small percentage of people that will get up off their ass and go shoot somebody that is gay. Like, that's not a good thing. They'll go shoot a black person. They'll go shoot like a Hispanic person. They'll or somebody that they won't even know that like, even if that person's American, they'll still shoot them because for some odd reason they think that they're like because Asmund Garbage says that, oh, they're Mexican, even though they're a American like person that was born here and deserves rights just like everybody else. It's a bad thing to be somebody so reckless and to be in politics and be a content creator. This is why I do not like content creators that are in politics. Left wing, right wing, conservative, liberal, like Democrat, Republican. I don't give a shit. Do not use your influence to tell people to go kill people. That's not okay. It's like this is the reason why there is just a side that is like straight up calling them Nazis, because that's what they are. They're just like pushing like a Nazi like rhetoric. It's not okay.
I've given up on labeling myself when it comes to politics.
Given up on labeling myself when it comes to politics? I mean, it's like it doesn't even matter anymore. That's the irony. These alignments used to matter because it was like based off of an opinion and based off of like, it was like a bunch of power structure, or it was a bunch of structure bullshit that was like, okay, what do we do first, right? Sometimes conservatives wanted to choose something to do, and then sometimes liberals want to choose something to do, sometimes leftists, sometimes right wings. But here's the thing. Everybody used to have like a mix of all this stuff, right? Like some people weren't fully Democratic, and some people weren't fully Republican, and some people weren't fully conservative or liberal or left wing or right wing. Like a lot of people were just like mostly around the middle. But like it's just so weird because we've gotten to the level where like no matter what, extremism just exists. I don't know, man. It's just like you don't use your influence to tell people. Like, this is why I don't like the fact that there are just a ton of content creators out there that just like love to propose it like they're just trying to express an opinion, because by a certain point it just stops becoming opinion. It does. It stops becoming an opinion and you're actively trying to get people to hurt people. That's not okay. Like I don't get that shit. It's like you can bitch about your conspiracy theories or fucking talk about like politics all you want, just don't fucking don't tell people to go hurt people. That simple. But it's like you frame a generalization of a whole group, people are going to like hear that group and then go kill somebody. It's like, that's not good. They're just going to go attack that group. That's how you get racist. That's how you get homophobes. That's how you get that's how you get Zionist. I mean, fucking especially Zionist right now. That's how you get Nazis. It's just genuinely a bad thing. You don't want that shit. But it's like, it's ridiculous, It's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I mean, you know, everybody likes to argue that it's like, well, yeah, they do it for money. No shit, yeah. But it's like by a certain point, when does the money become valueless? You know, because I mean, look at the Middle East right now. They're fucking like they've been in a war for fucking centuries because of like because they, because for some odd reason they can't just understand the fact that just people have different religions. It's like it don't like that's literally the entire thing. They're in a literal holy war. That's it. It's not a great thing. That's not a great that's not great, man. It's just like there's just a certain point when people just need to chill the fuck out. But, you know, like and that's the thing, man. It's like, you wanna and I could care less if I get banned by this point, but this is the reason why like fucking Israel is like so fucking like it like even then you could be like, oh well, it's just the leadership. But here's the problem, like Israel, all of their citizens, like just straight up want to they've gone to like other regions, you know, to go like fucking chop people's heads off because they think that they're the superior religion. It's not it's called Zionism. It's not great, man. It's just, and that's the problem, is that there are people like Asmon Garbage that want this shit to exist. They want something as chaotic as that. People just slaughtering each other for simply having differing opinions. It's annoying. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but people's like, and it's just like, I don't know. And a lot of them will try to argue, it's like, well, you don't let us have our opinions. I'm like, yeah, because your opinions literally are the same shit that Nazis had a quote unquote opinion for. People's rights are not up for debate. Pineapple on pizza and fucking, indie video, games being woke and fucking video games being woke and fucking and like animation being, I don't know, fucking having a gay character in it, and or your opinions on that, and whatever Disney movie comes out, like whatever you think of Star Wars or the Disney movies, or or fucking, I don't know, man, like talking about I'm trying to even think here, like I don't know, like what, if Japanese cuisine is really good, like, or not good. I mean, those are opinions, right? That's fine. That's things we can have debates about, but when it comes to human beings, that's not like you can't just do that shit, That's not up for debate. It's like human beings having rights should be just a
I remember that one
thing.
image of Stan from Gravity Falls getting blinded by rainbows when we were talking ABT, right? PPL saying it's evil and woke.
Let's see. I remember that one image of Stan of Gravity Falls getting blinded by rainbows we were talking about, right? People saying
like
it's evil and woke. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the one part where I was like fucking laughing my ass off at the hilarious image. God, that shit was really fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, man, they just get so mad, and it's like, I'm like, brother, like, who the fuck cares? I don't know, man. It's like, it just doesn't fucking matter, man. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, just let people be people, I just don't understand, because it's like, it's very clear. Oh, and anybody that says that it's against their religion, no, it's not. It never is. Anybody that's like, oh, well, see, it's against my religion. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Oh, you know what else was against, or you know what else, like, what wasn't against your religion? Slavery. Like, slavery wasn't against your religion, but for some odd reason, but guess what? The church fucking, all the churches, like, basically went like, yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about, like, slavery being good. So they adapted to talking about slavery just not being a good thing, It's like, if you adapt to that, then you can just adapt to the fact of just, I don't know, not giving a shit about, people, not giving a shit about, same sex, or same sex couples. I'm sorry, if a man wants to be with another man, or a woman wants to be with another woman. It's just like, it's just, human nature. Like, it literally,
Slavery was condoned by the Bible. Like, explicit instructions on how to do it the right way.
yeah.
I've been watching this guy talking ABT slavery and horrible things they did. I really like his stuff. You should check him out sometime.
Yeah. I think I know which guy you're talking about, but let's see. I've been watching this guy talking about slavery and the horrible things they did. I really like his stuff, and you should check him out sometimes. I mean, I'll probably see what he talks about. I guess you can send him at one point, but yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's like all this really is a bunch of people with like these giant egos that like don't have
Hold on, let me find him.
that don't have any real problems, so they just want to have problems, Like, that's all it is. It's just people that genuinely, like, don't have any actual problems, so they want to pretend like they do.
Heck, both Islam and Christianity both preach stuff that's reminiscent of pro-slavery ideas.
Let's see. Both Islam and Christianity both preach stuff that's reminiscent of pro-slavery ideas. Yeah, exactly. It's just been that way. All right. I don't know. Speaking of, we should probably get through the playlist.
Hearing the stuff some of my Muslim pastor, known as an imam, preached made me feel like I was being taken advantage of.
Let's see. Hearing the stuff of my Muslim pastor, known as imam, preached made me feel like I was being taken advantage of. Oh yeah. I mean, that's the problem, is a lot of religions, like, just all of them, doesn't matter which one, like, pick your poison. All of them tend to be like, how you say it? All of them tend to be not very, what do I call it? All of them tend not to be very, trying to find the word for it. Like, they can be, depending on who preaches them, manipulative. A lot of people just are blatantly trying to be manipulative.
And my parents buy into that stuff too. They follow the notebook definition of the alt-right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, and they ignore all this shit that tells people to be good. The irony is, like, a lot of religions basically be like, hey, even if you have someone that doesn't follow, like, whatever religion you're doing, just don't hurt them, and let, like, especially like in the Christian Bible, it's like, hey, it's like, if these people are gonna be burning in hell, then just let them burn in hell. It's like, don't attack, don't do anything to them. It's like, if they're not hurting anybody, just, let them be themselves. It sounds ironic, but, like, I don't know. And that's the problem, because, and here's the issue, they don't care about the person, if that makes any sense. It would, like, you could hit me with the, oh yeah, well, they, how you say it's,
Meanwhile, I'd prefer to be independent than appreciated. Obedience and respect isn't worth it if you're being stripped of your rights or your qualities.
No, exactly. Truth. You hit the nail right on the fucking head. You hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, straight up, man. It's like, this is the kind of the reason why it's kind of so fucking baffling to me, like, as an American. It would be, like I said, this sounds crazy, but this is the reason why a lot of times, like, America is such, like, or when you're an American, it's such, like, a fucking wild thing that, like, that we have people that are trying to, like, be okay with theocracy, because, like, that's just not Americanism. Like, being American is being an independent person with your own opinions, and having, like, and, like, helping each other out. And like even our own founding fathers were like, hey, maybe like, it's like, hey, we shouldn't be basing our stuff off of like how Britain is, where it's based off of like the Bible, right? It's like maybe we should at least understand that like, Christianity, like church and state should be a completely separate thing, because we don't want to corrupt either. Or if one gets corrupt, we don't corrupt the other. Simple as that. It's like it's such like an important fucking thing, but it's like people don't understand that shit. You know, it's like our own fucking like people that created this country like understood that. And that was in like really religious times. Ugh. Like it's okay to be religious. You just have to like, follow, like you have to just kind of, understand that times are just different now. Like the Bible was made in freaking the Bible was like made or like the rules of it existed in like ancient times. It's like it existed in ancient times, and we have like robots, we have like computers now. It's like it's a different time, a different place, and things need to change and adapt, to a better version of our like of society sometimes, you know. Like it's so annoying because it's like they're trying to combine technocracy with theocracy, and it's just like such a bad combination, because then you just get like you get people that believe in magical apple curses, and then you also get people that like, but you also get like Terminator robots.
Also,
like
I feel like the Bible, without context, is pretty similar to a fictional storybook. Is that a hot take?
well, it is. It is a fictional story. That's the point. It's a book. Like a lot of books are literally like fictional. It's the irony is it is that's like it, you really think that a fucking like you really think that like a god like freaking you know like split a river in half, like, or an ocean in half, so they can go like, so you know like the how you say it, so freaking Jesus's people could like escape to a different land and then just get killed by the Romans again later. Like, also, a man can't survive 30 days without fucking, or was it 90 days? 90 days without water. You can't survive 90 days in a desert without water. Hold on. Survive 90 days without water. Hold on. Let me see. Nope, you cannot survive 90 days without water. It's 3 to 6 days. It just isn't possible. You need like, so it's like it's obviously used in a very fictional
Also,
sense.
Jesus didn't even say he was the Son of God. That's in the Bible itself. But Christians don't remember that.
No, they don't. Nope. Pepperoni. There. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just straight up like, that's the problem, is they just like cherry pick everything. It's so ironic because it's like if they want to do the thing where it's like, oh, well, you're not supposed to follow everything, or it's not like an exact one for one that you're supposed to follow. It's like, okay, then how about the part where there's like a mistranslated bit where it's, where it says you're not supposed to be sleeping with fucking children? How about that part? How about that part? You want to bring that part up? How about the part where you're like, how about the part where they say slavery is okay? I don't know. It's like, I'm like, I don't know. They want to follow it, but then also not follow it. It's like, or sorry, let me dial it back a little bit. They say that it's supposed to be like not everything's supposed to be followed. So why not just be good to people then? It's like, why not just have the exceptions then of being like, okay, like maybe if people aren't being hurt, like then maybe you can just adapt to like say that, okay, maybe that's not a great thing. I don't know. It's so simple. It's so fucking simple. But I don't know. Like, especially with like the straw man arguments they fucking do too. Like there's this one fucker that like, hold on. Here, let me bring up a funny quote. This one fucker like that loves to praise like Jesus and shit. Hold on. Uh, the woke cry for when people. This is I'm reading a tweet off of a Nazi tweet real quick. The woke cry for when people are he doesn't even finish it. Being inclusive, but yet won't talk about how there are no Greeks in the new movie The Odyssey coming out. Sorry, I'm going into a completely different thing. Where are you, woke? This seems like something you should be upset about or upset with what's up. So if I wanted to make a movie about Mexico and cast it all white and blacks, white and blacks. He said white and blacks too. Gotta love that. Jesus, what the fuck, man? All right. Anyway, y'all would lose your minds, but this is okay to do. This is okay to do. Got ya. Yeah, he just straight up is like, he's trying to bring up fucking.
The answer to his question: we have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, that for one. For two, not to mention, it's just a straw man argument. It's like this is so straw man. Like, let's see. Hold on. The woke cry for when people are being inclusive, yet won't talk about how there are no Greeks in the new movie The Odyssey. I don't even know what The Odyssey is. Hold on. For one, like, yeah, let's see. The Odyssey. The fuck? This is a Matt Damon movie. What? Hold on. He said there's no Greeks. Hold on, wait a minute. The Odyssey is a 2026 epic fantasy action film written by Christopher Nolan, an adaptation of Homer's ancient Greek epic, The Odyssey. The film stars Matt Damon as Odysseus, the Greek king of Ithaca, and chronicles his long and perilous journey home after the Trojan War, and encounters with mythical beings as he attempts to reunite with his wife Penelope, portrayed by Anne Hathaway. The ensemble cast includes Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Samantha Morton, Zendaya, and Charlie Theron something. So it's a fucking fantasy movie. Like, what? Like, so he's trying to, like, okay, so what the tweet is he's trying to say is like, oh yeah, well, it's like you guys get mad when things aren't historically accurate, which just isn't true. Or, isn't true at all, but hey, go ahead. It's like, or where there's no inclusion, but then when, like, but then when it comes to, like, a Greek movie that has no Greeks in it, then you guys, like, don't get mad at that, and that's fine. I'm like, it's a fucking fantasy movie. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Are the mythical beings, like, is that historically accurate? What are you talking about, dude? What? Really, like, okay, wow. It's a fantasy movie. He's fighting titans. The literal poster is him fighting fucking titans. What? Are we real? Like, why would we care? Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? This is such a straw man. Why is this the thing you focus on? Hold on a minute. So it's like, brother, this is a movie about a fucking warrior, like, fighting, like, mythical creatures. Is that really the one thing you're focusing on? Is the fact that some of the characters, like, are fucking, or I guess apparently that there's no, or trying to, like, use that as a gotcha, as, like, being like, oh yeah, well, see, there's no inclusion here. I'm like, brother, who the fuck cares? It's a fantasy movie. Who cares? I'm just like, that's so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Who cares? Like, I don't know. That's like saying an Attack on Titan that there's not a black character. Why would I care? It's like they're fighting titans. Who cares? Oh man, they're all Japanese people? No shit, Sherlock. Who cares? Oh my god, man. God damn it, man. It's such a straw man ass argument, brother. Like, where is he getting this shit from? Holy vey. Ay, ay, ay.
Also, there's plenty of black people in that show.
Are there? Oh, is there plenty of black people? Well, it's a recent movie that came out, I guess. And I guess there's no fucking. Let's see. There's an Asian lady. No, there's a black lady. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't really care that much. Why would I care?
Fork found in kitchen asks Strawman.
Yeah, dude, genuinely. Like, why would I care? Like, cool. It's the Trojan. It's like it's a fucking, like, Greek warrior. Like, going through, like, it's the Greek warrior fighting a bunch of fucking titans. Or, like, yeah, fighting, like, fantasy creatures. Like, I don't think I need to care about inclusion in my fantasy show. Or my fantasy movie. Who cares, man? Zendaya. Oh, I guess there's a Hispanic lady in there, too. Is it because... Okay, hold on. I just genuinely realized, is it because of the fact that there's, like... I think he's getting all pissy because of the fact that, like, that the cast is, like, strangely diverse. I mean, we got, like, a bunch of white guys, I guess, but, like, I guess he's mad that there's probably, like, a black lady and then, like, a Hispanic lady. This isn't... I mean, this is another white lady. Yeah, and then a Hispanic lady. Like, who cares? Jesus Christ, man. I don't give a shit. Like, why? What's the point? Like, cool. I don't give a shit. Is he, like, trying to say that this movie's woke?
Hey, Color.
Yeah, what's up, Fonz? Is he trying to say this movie's woke? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's woke about this? This is fucking, like, the most dudeish.
I've got to tell you something. My race is green.
Your race is green. Wow, that's crazy. The green race. Yeah. I might actually watch this movie now, because it actually sounds kind of badass. I actually wasn't even thinking about it. This dude just made me want to watch this movie. I don't know. It's got a good cast. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with these actors, but, Oh, sorry, there's an Asian guy in there too. Whoops. Oh no, they had an Asian guy in this fantasy movie. Brother, this is so fucking dumb. Who's even the protagonist? It was, what, Matt Damon? Did they say? Who's the... Ensemble cast includes Tom Holland. Okay, hold on. Who is the main... Christopher Nolan. No, directed by Christopher Nolan. Who was the... Matt Damon. Okay. Yeah, well, there's your... I mean, that's the protagonist. Cool. Like, awesome. Why do I care? I'm just like, it's so odd. Like, this dude just literally gave me a pitch.
There's a lot of different people. Asian, black, white, brown, European. It's the last remnants of humanity. Not true, but in the start of the story, that's what it says. There's going to be a lot of people from a lot of places.
I mean, like I said, who cares? It's literally it's a fantasy world. It's literally, like, sure, it's, like, using, it's using, like, world history, but it's very clearly more, like, focused on the fantasy aspect. It's fucking Christopher Nolan fighting, like fucking fighting titans. Like, or not Christopher Nolan. It's Matt Damon. Like it matters. Yeah, it's Matt Damon that fucking, like, is fighting, like, it's like Matt Damon fighting, like, fucking fantasy creatures. Like, I just don't understand, like, you could have made, like, a review about it that's like, oh man, this movie's so badass, these guys are fighting, like, it's like fucking Matt Damon is slicing the head off of fucking giant titans and probably fighting, like, Cyclops creatures, I don't know, fighting a bunch of Greek creatures, man, god, that sounds awesome. But then he doesn't fucking say anything positive about it. He just calls it woke. Or, like, he just calls it, like, I don't know. He just calls it woke, and it's so fucking weird. Like, I just don't understand, like, why...
Do you think he woke up on the wrong side of the bed?
I mean, dude fucking doesn't wake up, like, anywhere. That's why he's non-woke. He's anti-woke. No, I'm joking. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and this fucker loves Sword Art Online as well. Just letting you know that. So you know he fucking, you know he has poor taste. You know this dude has terrible taste. Hmm. He probably sees himself as Kirito, let's be honest. If y'all haven't seen Sword Art Online, it's basically this there's this in the original show, there's this one anime protagonist named Kirito, and basically all of the women like swoon for him for some odd reason. And he just like basically uses like, or he basically like
Like I know my interests are
uses
weird, but
hacks
hey, at least
to-
I'm not a Homestuck fan.
At least I'm not a Homestuck fan. I would say a Homestuck fan is at least better than fucking
Replying to
Gamergate.
PH0Nez, do you think he woke up on the wrong side of the bed? Woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and
Indeed, yeah. Yeah, dude is just fucking angry for no reason. I don't get that. That's so stupid. What's the point? The fuck is the point, man? Oh yeah, and I completely forgot he was gonna pull a sniper wolf when what do I call it? Apparently
also,
when
Sao
he's
makes no sense. Stop going into the VR games. You keep getting stuck in death games.
also SAO makes no sense. Stop going into the VR games. You keep getting stuck in death games. Oh, me? Or
yeah,
what?
woke us up on the left side of the bed, but at least we slept well.
Yeah, right? Honestly. It's just so fucking weird. Like, why? Like, there's so many problems in the world, and it's like you choose to be angry about something not being like Gamergate enough. It's so fucking weird, man. Like, it reminds me of this fucking clip that I literally saved this clip of fucking Asmongarbage like bitching about indie games, because like I can't remember, let me see if I can find it, but it's like Asmongarbage bitches about how at an indie games fest or like an indie game awards, right? He was bitching because it was like nobody's heard of these games before, and then it was like he's like nobody has heard of these games before, and then it was like, and then I'm like, yeah, because it's indie games.
In the context of the story, why do they keep playing VR when there's a headset that microwaves your brain that was explicitly used for mass murder?
Explicitly used for mass murder? Was it? Let's say, hold on. Wait, what? What do you mean? Keep playing VR when there's a headset? Oh, are you talking about the original Nerve Gear? And then the other one?
Yeah,
and they just like,
shield.
yeah, and they kept like, yeah, there's the Nerve Gear, which was the one that actually like just kept them stuck in fucking VR. Yeah. But then there was, yeah, the weird part is the fact of like, I do agree that it is so strange that like in the original series, they just straight up like play video games again. Like they were all about to die and like die of like thirst and die of like not being able to eat and shit. And then it's like, what do you call it? And they just like straight up like sorry. Yeah, they were gonna die of like not being able to eat and shit.
Like,
and then
man.
like, yeah, and then for some odd reason, like you could have genuinely had something really good here after like near the end of the show, where like instead of them being like, you know, I could forgive all of the stupid like, you know, hacks mode like bullshit protagonists like plot armor as bullshit, like, you know, if the game, or even if the game, if the show, like after the Nerve Gear episode was like them being traumatized as fuck and not wanting to ever go back again, but it's literally like the next episode they just like start playing a new game, and I'm like, brother, what do you mean? I'm like, the fuck you mean? I like everybody that was in that shit would be so traumatized that they would never want to go back. They would never want to play VR.
That show is so stupid. They wasted potential. I can forgive the bullshit powerful MC, but WTF, man.
Yeah, genuinely. Like I could forgive absolutely everything if they just like made the characters like extremely traumatized and just like never wanting to do it again. Like, genuinely, that would be an interesting angle. But it's like, for some odd fucking reason, like it was written like they just could shake it off. I'm like, dude, you literally traumatized a bunch of teenagers into just like, you know, basically like dying.
Have you learned nothing from this?
Yeah, it literally, like, I don't know, like a literal mass murder happened. because of this stupid fucking headset thing. I just thought, I don't know, I just call me crazy, but I think it would have just been interesting to have this show like get to the point where it's like, okay, or after like all that shit happened, they just show the fact that these guys just like never want to do it again. You know, like they just never want to they never want to play VR again. You know, I don't know. I feel like you could have had something really good there, but to be fair, the original fucking writer is a creepy motherfucker. The dude is really weird.
If I was in that situation, I'm burning my headset in a fire.
Yeah, genuinely, I just would never play video games ever again. Not play video games, but I wouldn't be like, even if a VR headset was like, perfectly safe, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it ever again. Nope, never. Never, ever, ever. That's kind of the reason why the Abridged series is kind of that's kind of the reason why I think the Abridged series is a lot better. Like, the people that made an abridged version of it.
Like, no VR ever again.
Yeah. Like, I think the abridged one is kind of funny because they play. Yeah. I think the abridged one works pretty well because they definitely just play it off like it's how you say it. They definitely make it like the character actually like gamer like, if that makes any sense. Because like, just, I don't know. These characters just don't act like people. If that makes any sense. Especially gamers.
I haven't seen the abridged version.
Oh, the abridged version's fucking hilarious. The abridged version is hilarious.
I think it's interesting how PPL watching those shows with headset evil on person. PPL immediately want to go through it.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly who was the person. I can't remember exactly which guy. I don't know if it's the Birdman that actually made that. Hold on. S-A-O abridged. I can't remember exactly who it was. There was also the dude with like the monocle looking character, but there's something witty entertainment. But there was someone that ended up making like a very like wildly good
I feel like I could win a zombie
it.
apocalypse, but I don't actively want it to happen.
Jedi Master, is that the name of the guy? No, something witty entertainment is the main people. Fat Dog Studios. Is that who did that? I can't remember because it has like this really funny bit where it like becomes like pixel art for a second, or like a Game Boy looking version, and it's so fucking funny. Like, I can't remember exactly yeah, there was this one guy that made it like really fucking funny. Hold on. S-A-O abridged. Let me see if this guy actually made it. Something Winty Entertainment definitely did do something as well, but I swear to God, there was like one that was like way more funny. I don't even know if I have it in my favorites anymore, but I used to have it favorited. I don't know, honestly. Huh. I don't know, maybe it was something Witty Entertainment. I swear it wasn't him. I swear it was a different guy, but he made his own version, yeah, but there was a different one that was like really fucking funny. Like I laughed my ass off because it was so good. I don't think it exists anymore though. Yeah. I don't think it exists anymore. Nah. It doesn't. Yeah, just the only one that's left is something Witty Entertainment. I mean, that one's probably pretty funny too, genuinely. But I would say, yeah, rather than watching like Sword Art Online, just watch like Sword Art Online Abridged, because like it's way, way more entertaining. It keeps like all of the important elements, but like also like just makes everything make way more sense. Or like not makes it just makes it way more like humorous and like decent, and like actually like characters are just kind of fucking like pretty wide. I don't know. It works far, far better. Yeah.
Twitch ad.
Oof.
So, it just has better writing?
Oh yeah, the writing is just far better, far better.
I don't have an ad.
Oh okay, yeah,
Ad
no,
over.
the writing is far better. I'll tell you that it is really well put together. The only problem is I don't know exactly I don't know exactly where if how you say it. I don't know exactly if the if it was this version.
Apparently, I managed to skip the ad by reloading the tab.
Damn, good on you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We definitely, I think, watched the whole thing like years ago, but I don't know exactly if I mean, we could watch it if you guys want to watch it, but it's like fucking 19 episodes long. So, it's up to you. Yeah, it's up to y'all. So, it's a really fucking funny series, I think. I think this is the right. I think this is the one that I don't know. This might not be the original one because there was one
Does
that
anybody
was.
remember Yokai Watch?
Does anybody remember Yokai Watch? I do, but I never really watched it because I was too old for it by the time. Yeah, this might not be the same one, to be honest. No, I don't think this is the one that I'm thinking of.
Me too. I watched it.
Me too, I watched it.
I broadly remember Yokai Watch.
Yeah, I remember it. I was just way too young for it. Or young? Way too old for it. Sorry, young for it. God damn. No, I was way too old for when it came out. Damn, imagine being too young to watch Yokai Watch. That would be insane. Yeah, I don't think this is the original version. Or not the original. I don't think this is like the really funny version. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. The fuck? Hold up a minute. Are you telling me? Hold on. Wait a minute. Are you telling
Some
me?
parents are overprotective.
Are you telling me that Something Witty Entertainment? Okay, so it definitely wasn't this one. It was a completely different one. Apparently, Something Witty Entertainment, uh, I guess got some re-uploaded, uh, all of the or re-uploaded a bunch of them because I guess yeah, because a bunch of them got copyright claimed. But apparently, as little as 9 months ago is when or when he finally, I guess, was able to finally re-upload or finally able to re-upload fucking SAO Abridged. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. 9 months ago. This was the abridged version was made in fucking 2014, I want to say 2013. 2013 was when the original one was made. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude, that is so fucking wild. That is insane. So yeah, this is definitely not the one that I'm thinking of. But that sucks. That fucking sucks. Holy shit, I feel so bad for this guy. Imagine. Oh my god. It took 13 years for him to be able to re-upload all of the abridged versions of the show. That's insane. I feel so bad for this guy. Oh my god, that sucks. Wow. Good for him. Damn, 13 years of that kind of fucking of trying to yeah. That was his first video, by the way. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that this was not the one. There was someone that made a completed version that was really fucking funny, but I don't
Replying to
think
Zen the Vigilante. Some parents are overprotective. Yep, I'm first-hand evidence of that.
some parents are. Yep, I'm firsthand evidence of that. Oh yeah, some parents are just helicopter parents. Yeah. Helicopter parents are the worst. And he's just like trying to start a new abridged series. Brother, you are bonkers. What the fuck? Oh, I mean, how do I say this? It is interesting because back then, like, you just got your videos like blocked like so often with like what do you call it? You get your videos blocked so often with YouTube when you were trying to upload like videos that were the same thing. But I guess nowadays, to be fair, if you were to like, try to make an abridged version of an anime, it probably all it would really do is demonetize you, I guess, which, or would just like demonetize you rather than just like full-fledged like copyright claim you, which honestly is kind of decent. So, okay, why can I not make this look naturally right? I'm trying to make this look correct, but it just doesn't. I'm gonna have to do this backwards. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this backwards. Yeah, we'll do this backwards. Anyway. I don't know. Anyway. Hold on. Whoops. Just.
Never coming round, turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired. Listen to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best
I love this
of
song.
all the years have gone by.
Me too, especially this version.
Then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around, bite eyes. Every now and then I fall apart.
Christ.
And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever.
Dog food.
If you only hold tight.
Damn. That's
So last week I filmed a video.
okay.
I remember this.
Hi, girl. I remember this. Me too. I don't. I don't remember. I remember Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I just don't remember the
I am summoned by the VID I
the
submitted.
meme. Summoned by the vid I submitted. Well, it's already gone. Dog food. Straight up dog food, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes good protein, I guess, depending on what you do. It has meat chunks sometimes, I guess. I don't think that's necessarily for people,
What video
though.
are we on?
I don't know. Girl, apparently. I never really understand. I always forget, but there was like a reason why like people have like plushes like that hang on their microphone stands, and I completely forgot what the reason was. Because like I always thought it was just like a decorative thing, but apparently there's a reason why people like have these like little wraps around their microphones. And I always forget. So I don't know. I always forget about it. So
Video on this topic. I filmed it all. I went to edit it on Monday, and then I was like, wow, I actually have a lot more to say on this topic than I thought I did.
Oh, damn.
It's to get the low attention span of the average viewer.
I get low attention span of the average viewer.
Sound insulation or WTV.
Well, no, that would require like 20 million fucking like edits. that would be like trying to do that.
So I rewrote everything I wanted to say, and here we are, refilming.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go.
This video is about the relationship between
This
fundamentalism
person is
and
about
art.
to be crazy.
It's a very broad topic, so there will be a lot more to say beyond what I'm saying in this video, but I find this topic to be really interesting and something worth talking about. This feels like a very niche part of my deconstruction, something that I didn't put much thought into before and I'm putting a lot of thought into recently. And
It's probably going to
I
show.
just didn't really realize how much fundamentalism impacted my ability to engage with art and participate.
All right, we might want to define fundamentalism in this case because that's a very broad term, but here. Fundamentalism, because that's like a super broad term. Because a fundamentalism, let me look up the definition. A usually religious movement or point of view characterized by a return of to fundamental principles by rigid. This kind of fundamentalism. I thought they were talking about. Government fundamentalism. This is a completely different thing. There's actually multiple definitions. An organized militant evangelical movement organizing in the United States in the late 1800s and early 1900s in opposition to Protestant liberalism and secularism, insisting on the inherency of scripture. Okay, so it's just straight up like it's theocracy bullshit. Cool, great, love that. Hold on. Movement or point of view characterized by a return fundamental principles. Okay, so just straight up. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically how religions just can fuck over art, which, yeah, that is true. It can really just wane people's creativity, can't it?
When it came to art, and when I say art, this is a broad spectrum here. I'm talking about art it could be paintings, it could be drawings,
music,
it could be types of art, it could be music, books,
yeah,
things in games.
Yeah, we got
that. The list is endless. It's endless. So that is what I'm talking about when I say art. I mean a lot of different mediums here. Some aspects of how fundamentalism religion interacts with art isn't very shocking and is actually well known. And sometimes these things I didn't really put two and two together. I didn't really put these two things together, the Satanic Panic and how that whole thing is just about how fundamentalism interacts with all sorts of different art.
Yeah, I mean, they fucking did this shit back in, like, the 80s when they would talk about how D&D, like, will make your kids, praise demons for some odd reason. The shit has always existed. It's just probably the most effective with late Zoomers. And sorry to you, not to you guys, but to a lot of late Zoomers. They don't understand the problem with religion nor the history of it. And how many bloody wars it's like actually genuinely caused. And when I mean bloody, I don't mean that in a metaphorical way. I mean that in a literal way. Like, it's caused a lot of genuine, real problems, and is probably the most inherent reason. Like, the type of fundamentalism she's talking about is the one that literally is like inherently just violent, pretty much. It's a bunch of violent people that do violent shit because of their religious beliefs. It's not either an excuse to basically hurt people, like to kill people, an excuse to basically do a violent act just because you don't like, or and then using
the alt-right likes to blame everything on the risk of
excuse.
demons. Heck, my mom just last week legit scolded me, claiming that I'm haunted by demons after some of the stuff that happened.
Mm-hmm. You know how you can bounce that back at her? Be like, well, your son, or what do you call it? You're corrupted by demons because you're clearly saying that about your own son. Like, scold her for it. Be like, nah, you're claimed by demons because you're clearly trying to scold me for that shit. You're trying to attack me, and only demons think violently like that. Like, bounce it back at them. If you want to, if anybody genuinely thinks that, oh, well, your beliefs are like, or you're a demon, then I'm like, well, you're a demon for thinking I'm a demon. Maybe you're a demon for actually, wanting to, or thinking what I'm doing is bad. You think that a demon's probably talking to you instead, and instead disguising themselves as Jesus. Because guess what? Maybe Jesus is talking through me and telling me that you're a bad dude. Maybe they're telling me to be good to everybody. Sounds more like what Jesus would do, right? Jesus was like, would want people to be good to each other. They say, love thy neighbor, and I am loving thy neighbor.
That's actually a good point. Islam has a rule against claiming another as a fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight up, dude.
Color stop, we're gonna make their brains implode.
Yeah, genuinely, man. It's like you can literally like use the same tactic against them. They don't even recognize that because it's like the irony is like they'll hit you with like they could hit you with like, oh, these are demons, but I'm like, well, you being again or you like wanting to hurt people is demon behavior. Me wanting to be like, you know, to do the love thy neighbor thing, that is Jesus behavior. Maybe Jesus is talking through me, and maybe a demon is pretending to, or maybe a demon's pretending to be God through you. Maybe God is talking through me. I don't know. Maybe he's telling me to be a good person. You know, maybe I'm an artist. I'm very like expressive. You know, I am like trying to, I'm trying to bring joy through art. You know, that's considered, that's pretty godlike, or that's pretty like, Jesus behavior. You know, God may be telling me to like bring joy to people, and maybe a demon is talking to, you, trying to stop me from doing that. Do you think that could be the reason?
I remember being called Nova online for being expressive with how I move.
Let's see.
Sorry, off topic.
Oh, you're good. Let's see. I remember being called Nova online for being expressive with how I move. Nova. That's a very interesting way to describe somebody. I don't know if I would really use that term for expression. Hold on. I don't even know if that can be used for that. I accidentally got fucking... That's not what I meant to meant to search up. Hold on. I don't even know if that's being used correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Okay, I know a Nova is a fucking
Nova
star.
Online is a lolcow.
No, Nova Online is a lolcow. Oh, I thought there I thought there was like a verb for it. No. Oh, it's a guy on the internet. Or it's a thing on the internet. Hold on, wait. Flop talk? What the fuck? Oh. What the hell? It's part of 3 people? Hold on. Oh no, it's one guy. What the hell? What is going on here? What is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What is this? What the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, okay, that's what I'm looking at. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's a fucking... Oh, it's like a fucking... person that's... What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Wild Beast. Nova first achieved meme status through his popular Twings flop? Wingstop, where his noticeable lisp and particular eating habits made him a target of shame. While his food reviews attracted people to watch it, it became clear that, okay, yeah, so people just like immediately made fun of him, and he immediately like species degenerate inhuman. Wow. Holy shit. Holy good Jesus Christ. Wow. God damn. That's some crazy shit. I'm gonna assume that this person is probably a terrible person. Powers and abilities paranoia. Oh my god, damn. Jesus Christ. Wow. Fucking hell. Oh, this person's a pedophile. Okay, cool. Alright, then I don't have to feel bad. God damn it. That is fucking hilarious. Hold on. Okay. Ah. He was doing inappropriate shit with a fucking 14-year-old girl. Okay, good. Cool. I can just shit on him as much as I need to. Let's see. What the fuck? Okay.
By the way, I hope you know I was called that by moving my arms out wide when X-ringing my sentence. Are we dead ass /3?
Yeah, no, you're not a... Yeah, don't... No. That's just false. Yeah, anybody that's a pedophile, nope, don't do that shit, you know. What the fuck? Taking a break from watching South Park? What? Let's see. Let's see. He gained even more popularity from Flop Bell review while trying a food product. He explained that he was getting hot and changed into an anime girl? A Sailor Moon outfit? What the fuck? This garnered even more attention. So this is just a person that's kind of losing it a bit. This is very much a very chronically online person. He wanted even more validation, so he realized even more weird and personal, or he released more personal information about himself. He revealed fetishes such as age regression and publicly discussing his preference.
I mean, to be fair, I stopped watching MK videos because him talking ABT read it so much to the point I felt sick hearing another story with his voice /SRS.
Well, yeah, just don't watch them at all. They're a pedophile. Don't watch pedophiles. That stuff that only gives them money. Yeah. Shocking nature of his content drew in trolls. Yep. Of course it did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't watch people that do shit
The
like
Reddit guy.
that. The Reddit guy? Oh no, I was talking about Nova, I guess. I thought you said you were watching their stuff to fuck with them, but I'm like, don't even do that, because giving them engagement like that, it still makes them money. You don't want to do that. Those are basically the people that stream like 24/7 and like make like a shitload of money from just acting like
what am
terrible.
I missing? I kinda spaced out for a sec.
Apparently apparently someone said that freaking phones look like this one pedophile, but I'm like, nah, no, they don't. no, you phones doesn't look like them. I don't, fuck that person, and not literally.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
But one part of how fundamentalism interacts
I was
with
called
art
Nova
that
online
is
because I
well-known
WA expressive
is
with how I
the
move.
I was expressive with how I move. Yeah, but you shouldn't be compared to a person like that. Like, either way, you shouldn't be compared to a person like that. That's just not okay. That's like that's just like very offensive.
Satanic Panic. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, but for those of you who don't, the Satanic Panic was a moral panic primarily in the 1980s and early 1990s, characterized by widespread fears that satanic cults were secretly abusing children, infiltrating society, and influencing popular culture, despite a lack of credible evidence for a vast organized conspiracy. Like I said, I'm sure a lot.
Yeah, we already know this shit because obviously there's a bunch of fucking things trying to bring Satanic Panic back. It's really, really fucking annoying. Like, if y'all don't know what Satanic Panic is, it's basically just like, it was a massive thing in the 80s, but it never died off and like only became more and more of a common thing like later on.
Automod stopped my message.
Automod stopped your message? What did you say? Oh, because you said something about like pedophilia, right? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot I was blocking those terms because like fucking people kept like, what do you call it? Because people kept trying to call me a pedophile. And I'm like, and I just fucking was like, all right, I'm just not dealing with that shit. So people constantly keep trying to call me that shit. So, and I'm just like done with that. So I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm just, it pisses me the fuck off. Like, straight up,
Fair.
It pisses me off. I'm not going to let people compare me to fucking pedos. Like, fuck that. And if anybody ever tries to do it, like, if I ever find the people if people ever make like videos about me or any of that shit, which hopefully not, but if anybody does and tries to cause controversy with me, if I will find them in real life and they will fucking, and I will make them understand, don't fuck with me. Anyway. Anyway. So. Anywho, moving on.
A lot of you who have grown up in fundamentalist religion, or even if you haven't, I'm sure you've had some kind of experience of people being quick to put weird demonic conspiracy like narratives onto something. It could be really anything.
Yeah, on anything. Like I said, I mean, it was D&D at the time, and now it's like, and then it was Pokemon. You know, it was D&D, then it was Pokemon, and then it was GTA at one point, which was weird. I say video games cause violence. What was the thing in the 2000s that they called demon? Was it Crash Bandicoot? Who was, God, what was it in the 2000s? God, what did they say was satanic in the 2000s? Was it Mario? I can't remember exactly, because first it was, like I said, first it was, I say it, first it was like, it was D&D. Then they said it was Pokemon. And then I'm trying to remember what the 2000s one is. What did they say was Satanic Panic in the 2000s? Hold on. Satanic Panic 2000. I forgot they made a movie off of that shit, making fun of that. 2000s. Hold on. That was the common panic. Franchise. They hold on. Franchise evangelicals act in the 2000s. Let's find out. Harry Potter. That's right. Okay, that's right. First it was Dungeons and Dragons, then it was what do you call it? Then it was Pokemon, and then it was Harry Potter. Harry Potter was the 2000s, really? Then they said it was Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty was the 90s. Then the Power Rangers? Really? Power Rangers. Power Rangers was satanic like, what the fuck
Hello
was
Kitty?
wrong with satanic, or what was wrong with Power Rangers? Really? What the hell was satanic about that shit? And then Dragon Ball, you know. And then Dragon Ball for some odd reason. And then 2010s. Let's see, what they do in the 2010s? Oh, 2010s was woke. That's 2010s, they brought that up with wokeness. That's right. Yeah, in the 2010s...
Hello Kitty was a girl that had a cat face that had tea parties. How?
Yeah, Hello Kitty was a girl that had a cat face that had tea parties. How? You know, your guess is as good as mine, dude. You know? Yeah, then it was like, you know, then after that, they finally just latched onto something, and then just like anything woke or gay or anything gay was woke or was like satanic. You know, anything that was a black character or some kind of diversity, you know, that's considered, you know, wokeness was considered was considered satanic. It was fucking ridiculous. Like, first there was, you know, like I said, first it was Dungeons and Dragons, then it was Pokemon, then it was apparently fucking what do you call it? Then it was not Hello Kitty. What was the fucking other one I said? Not Dragon Ball. Fuck was the other one? The first one that I said. What the hell was it? Hold on. God damn it. It was fucker. Hold on. Look it up again. It was motherfucker. Oh yeah, emo culture. Right. It was emo culture they said was satanic. Right. But there was... Hold on. Wait, hold on. But I was trying to bring up, like... On. Man. Franchise. I said... that. Evangelicals. Oh, Satanic Panic. Let's see. God damn it. What was the one I said before? No, not Power Rangers. Not Pokemon. Oh, yeah, Harry Potter. Right, Harry Potter. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Harry Potter was the 2000s. Right. Yeah. Harry Potter, yeah. Yeah, so Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, Harry Potter, fucking, what do you call it? Harry Potter, then, what do you call it? And then after that was just anything, pretty much. Anything that involved like any black character or diverse character. You know, I'm kind of surprised. I guarantee you, if Static Shock existed in the modern day, it would be called woke. I guarantee you. Static Shock was a very interesting show. I loved that show when I was younger. So, you know, I loved Static Shock when I was younger. So. Yeah. I don't know. One thing I kind of forgot about though was, yeah, it was kind of crazy with like the fucking the one that like talks about the safe. I will say the way that they kind of handled like gun safety.
I never heard of Static Shock as a kid, but I admit it would have been worth a shot for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, it's definitely it was a good show. Like if you, I mean, I don't know if watching it now really like means anything. I mean, it was like it was definitely a show for kids. I'll tell you that. It was definitely a show for kids at the start. Like I know that there's people that bring up like the serious clips, like the one where they're talking about like school shootings and the one where they're like talking about like obviously, you know, racism and shit. But like but 90% of the show is just like 90% of the show is definitely like a kid show. You know, 90% of the show is just a kid show. Teen Titans and Static Shock and like, you know, I'm trying to think of like another one. Not really Rocket Power. Rocket Power, I guess, was something later. I'm trying to think of like something else that had like kind of a diverse like crowd. I guess like Jake Long, but Jake Long was kind of more stereotypical. So I don't know exactly if we should use that. Trying to think of like, you know, I guess even Jackie Chan stuff, but yeah. I mean, just generally, like, I don't know. It's so ironic because, like, it's so funny because I guarantee any of the stuff we watched when we were younger would be considered woke. But, like, the irony is, when I was younger, I wasn't thinking about, like, the character was, like, Asian or, like, Hispanic or, like, you know, Asian or Hispanic or, like, Italian or fucking or like black or white. I just like it was a superhero. Like it was superheroes and yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It was a lot of superhero stuff, right? It was like superheroes and like people that just like generally were doing like fun like adventure shit. Like I wasn't like no kid would like when you're a kid you don't think about that stuff, you know? It's like the only reason why is just because you realize that it's like, oh yeah, everybody acts like, you know, everybody's like, you treat everybody the same way, you know? It's not like you're not trying, like, there's no message trying to be forced. It's just straight up like, hey, this character just happens to be like a character that's similar to the writer or the artist, because a lot of times the artist will just draw people that they're familiar with. If there's like a black character or like a character with like a hijab on or some fucking like Jewish character or like some dude that's, you know, or there's like, you know, like a Hispanic character, it's not necessarily because of the fact that they're trying to like push a narrative. It's just the fact that the artist just kind of is around people like that all the time. So they use real life people as a reference, you know, especially like, you know, animators that work in like these like studio, like these offices, right? A lot of them just drew like staff members as like the background character, and some of them have different like or look different, you know, call it crazy, but you know, it just happens to be, oh shocker, you know, artists are a very diverse crowd of people. Shocker, you know. Excuse me. You know, I don't know, nobody complains about a black guy being in Johnny Test, you know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Fucking. I mean, Johnny.
Shocker that I'm diverse and gay. Oh, you 7 you so scary.
I know. It's so ironic because, like, yeah, yeah, especially with
and
that. Yeah, especially with that, where it's like sometimes people will just like draw like, or when like a couple will be like gay instead of straight people, because the person that might be the artist or the writer might just be a gay person, or might like actually be like they're in a relationship with the same person, or same sex. It's like genuinely that's just the reason why, like, Captain Laserhawk clearly was written by a dude that clearly like what do you call it, that just they don't really know what it's like to have like a straight relationship, so they started it, so they just made them two guys instead. It's just the same shit. Sometimes it don't get me wrong, corporations love doing that shit where they were trying to do like ultra diversity bullshit, but sometimes it is just the fact that the writer themselves are just a minority. That just happens sometimes.
Hello, and don't call me and you're black. My name is Terrence.
Hello, and don't call me and hear a black. My name is Terrence. Hi, Terrence. How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? I almost actually did just call you Anhira for a second. Count Blick. I should call you Count Blick. I don't even know if you know who Count Bleck is. He's a fucking guy that loves saying Bleck a lot. And he tried to kill Mario Terrence. At one point. Black. Anyway. Yeah, shocker, there's a evil character named Bleck in well, actually that is kind of a shocker, in the Mario games, Paper Mario.
Hello, Terrence. Welcome to the group meeting.
Welcome to the group meeting. Yeah. I don't know. It's always so weird. It's always just weird having so much of an opinion about about cartoons. I have a lot of opinions about cartoons, but usually my opinions are based off of art. I don't know. My opinions are based off of characters, not necessarily whether, not really my political opinions. Just saying, or it's usually based off of I don't know, I like writing if it's good writing, not if the character is a minority. I could really give less of a shit about that. I'm sorry, but call me crazy, but wow. Most people just don't care about the fact if your character is a different race. I guarantee you if I drew a fucking what do you call it? I mean, in the fucking thing when I was drawing for the corny father video that I never finished, that project, one of the fucking furry characters was had the hairstyle of that, usually a black person hairstyle, right? So it's I just generally, the modern hairstyle, I guess, and that's and the person was a black guy, and I'm okay, I didn't even think about that because the dude was just, the character was just based off of that culture. So I said, okay,
Actually, what happened to your BF? Sorry, out of pocket, but I haven't heard of them in a while.
I haven't heard of your boyfriend in a while. Oh, well, we broke up. So we broke up, unfortunately, but it's all right. Yeah. I don't know. He just, it wasn't anything crazy. He just likes his flings too much. So, I don't know. He hasn't really, I don't know. It's more of a personal thing, but, fuck it.
ALR.
I'm not with him anymore. So I can just say whatever the hell I want. He just essentially, how do you say it? The reason why he broke up with me was because of something he didn't get, or he never really got to romantically understand partnerships, if that makes any sense. And I think I'm just a little ahead of him on a lot of stuff.
I at least hope you and him are still on good terms. No?
Yeah, we are, We are, but I got, like he fucking friend zoned me. So yeah. So he just genuinely like, I don't know. He just completely fucking friend zoned my ass. And now I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, whatever, dude. So I don't know. We're not really romantically together anymore because I'm not a very romantic person anyway. So it was like, and he clearly like hasn't really. How do I explain this? I have definitely had
So
more.
you're single?
Yeah, I'm single again, and I'll probably never be in a relationship ever again. Genuinely, I just don't. I just don't want to. I don't want to date anymore. You know, like if I end up being like involved in like some local group again, I just am going to be with like a different person that like I don't know. I'm just if I end up doing that shit, it's gonna be like during like a meetup or something, and I'm just going to like and like if it happens, it happens.
I was gonna ask the same thing as PH0 but thought it would sound weird, knowing the humor between you and me.
Knowing the humor between you and me. It's funny, it's the same thing, but it sounds weird.
I've always thought about relationships, but I've never actually had any feelings for anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to probably be in a relationship nowadays and date nowadays. So I'm like, how do I say this? Shenze was the only person really left that like I said, I mean, I've said this before, he's really the only dude that was really the best for me. And it's just like, and I said, I'm like, if we ended up breaking up, it would probably I would never end up like, dating again because I just genuinely like, how do I say it? Because like it's very clear that he was the perfect person for me, but I just wasn't the perfect person for him. So, and that's fair. So, like everything exactly was.
Same here. I've thought about relationships, but still not that sure. I would like to at least try a relationship, but don't think I could maintain it. I'm scared of relationships, BC of stuff in my own family life, and I'm worried I'll go through the same cycle of abuse by someone else.
Like I said, I mean, dating's a lot. It takes a lot of commitment, takes a lot of time, It just takes a lot, period. There's a lot that happens, Genuinely, there's just a lot of commitment you have to bring to it. Like, it's a two-way thing. But at the same time, you shouldn't, like, you should go to, like, socialize. And if you fall for someone more romantically, or sexually, let's be honest, you can like what do you call it? Then like, like figure it out, start as friendships, and then if you want to adapt to more dating, then go for it. But like, it's a two-way thing. I hate to say this, but a lot of Zoomers just don't know how to date. Like they just don't, The irony is I had at least like an interesting experience, but like I guarantee you I've probably had more experience in my life than any other Zoomer will. Zoomers just don't know how to like they've got to have like this person be like they got to like have everything line up perfectly for someone to be a partner with them, And it genuinely like and it's just I don't know.
Did you see my message? Sorry for being annoying.
No, I did not. You might need to send it again. Yeah, I mean, with my fucking with partners, it's just like there's a lot. It's a two-way commitment and a lot
I'm scared of relationships, BC of stuff in my own family life, and I'm worried I'll go through the same cycle of abuse by someone else.
A lot of what do you call it? Well, yeah, that's the problem is, I mean, it's probably going to happen and you're probably going to have to just
I actually had my heart broken by a boyfriend who didn't put any effort in our relationship. He ghosted me after a night of video games where I went a bit crazy.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yep, that will happen. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Zoomers just kind of a lot of late Zoomers just not late Zoomer. Yeah, a lot later Zoomers just don't understand. They can't.
In hindsight,
date.
He wasn't worth it anyway. I definitely deserved better.
Oh, 1000%.
Just treat them like a person. That's all it takes. If you care about each other and you treat each other like people, that's enough. I myself am not interested in those things, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, phones. Sometimes it will happen, and it just surround yourself with friends first, of course. But if it happens with a relationship, I mean, sometimes it does happen. It sucks. It really, really does. Some people are just shitty people, but you know, that's why, eventually you give yourself a break if that does happen, and then go back out there and try again. Like I said, I genuinely, by this point, in the modern day, I wouldn't even actively look for relationships anymore. I genuinely wouldn't even try, because genuinely, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like people are just way more interested in, the sexual aspects, and then, if you're straight, just forget about it. If you're straight, just forget about it. I just wouldn't even worry about it, because it's very clear that
What if CF breaks up because of a bad video game session? It was just one bad night, and video games aren't even worth breaking apart a relationship, despite people joking about it.
No. A lot of people also, the way he probably thought about it was like, oh man, this person gets angry at a video game, so what will they act like in reality? And I think they correlated too much the fact that the way you act around video games could be the way that a person acts around how you say it, could be the way a person acts about I don't know, to a partner or something. But I think he took it a little too personally. I don't know. He probably took it a little too personally and thought it's like, oh man, this person is violent, but in reality that's just not the truth, because they're video games in the end. So, but to be fair, I'm not trying to take a side here. I have had a partner that was way too violent, or that got way too into a video game and got way too violent, and genuinely showed me that this guy genuinely was too unsafe to be around. He was way too unsafe to be around. So I just kind of didn't end up being around him after a while. It was very clear that he was a very unstable person, and I didn't want to be near that. So.
No, I just went crazy with the cheat system. He asked me to stop. I didn't listen, and he just ghosted me. Didn't even talk to me afterward about how I acted, like what I would have recommended.
Oh, wait, hold on. You just trolled him? Hold on. I just went crazy with the cheat system. So you just fucked with it? So you just trolled him? And he got mad about it? Wow, what a bitch. What a fucking weirdo. What a virgin. Fuck off, dude. What a fucking virgin. Oh yeah, I'm just fucking with, bro, that's what, partners do. They fuck with each other. Come on, man. That's just, that dude just, it has no fun, dude. No fun at all. You know?
I just trolled him, and he broke with me.
That's crazy. That's so...
In many ways.
Wow, what a gamer. Jesus Christ, what a fucking gamer. Ugh. That is such a gamer thing. That is literally, I'm not joking you, there are so many people that probably actually genuinely act like that and be based, oh my god, he's based because he left you because of a video game. He's so based because because you fucked up his game. And I'm like, god, what fucking virgins. That's virgin behavior. That is straight virgin behavior. I don't know what else to call it other than that.
Heck, he's thrown some shade at our mutual friends too before, and rubbed stuff in our faces.
Okay, yeah, he is definitely... Oh, so he's a sore loser, and he's a gamer. Got it. Wow, damn. I bet that dude voted for fucking... sorry, I won't get into politics. Actually, I am gonna get into politics. I bet that dude's a fucking MAGA head now. I bet he, loves MAGA. How much you want to bet that he watches Asmon Garbage? That dude definitely, fucking watches Asmon Garbage or something. That dude probably sits on his
$50.
fucking... Yeah, he probably sits on his ass and, it probably is like, oh, women.
And after he ghosted me, I'm the one who tried to reconnect with him and clear everything up, but he made excuses.
He made excuses. Oh, I bet he did. I wouldn't even do that. If he ghosted you, just don't even respond back. Just be like, well, all right, guess I'm just moving on, just move on after that. So, I don't know. The irony is, the good thing about at least, being in a lot of relationships now, I can at least say that I just don't fucking get extremely upset anymore.
I briefly reconnected with him after 3 months, but he still referenced what I did. Who holds a grudge that long?
I mean, gamers, apparently. I'm gonna, crazy thing to say here, really wild thing to say here, but gamers do not know how to just behave sometimes. Like, certain gamers just don't know how to behave. If there are people that genuinely, like, because if you go to, like, even, like, a convention of gamers, or go to, like, a large group of gamers, a lot of them will probably, like, be on, like, will just not know how to behave like human beings, and they'll just act
I hate
like...
how attached I was to him, and I was devastated for 2 months. In
Oh,
hindsight, he was definitely worth my time.
Definitely worth your time, or definitely not worth your time? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Gamers just are something else, Like, I dunk on anime people a lot, but at least, like,
Definitely not worth my time. My bad.
yeah, definitely anime fans, like, what do you call it, are a little better than gamers. I know they intersect, but, I don't know. I just don't. I guess I just never really, how do I say it? I don't know. I guess I date more people that socialize more, if that makes any sense. I'm extroverted. I'm a huge extrovert, you know. I just like being extremely extroverted. So, you know. So I've always dated people that have been extroverted themselves. It's just the problem is I'm just a lot for people. Like, I have massive confidence now. I'm very aware that I'm also not like the shit, but I'm also aware that, like, that I know my self-worth. I'm I used to be crazy in bed, but I'm no longer like that anymore because I got hemorrhoids now. So it's like now I have to, like, find things more romantically, and it's like I genuinely, like, I'm also
And the cherry on
just...
top, we even had sex too. We were playing VRChat together. He decided to play while on his knees, and you can draw the conclusion.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's crazy. What a fucking chud, or chud? No, not chud. Incel? Incel. There we go. An incel. Chud too, I guess, but incel specifically. Fucking weirdo. Oy vey. I don't know if chud is the right word, though. Yeah, what a fucking weirdo. I don't know, man. Just genuinely odd. I don't know. I realize I'm just a lot for
Dude,
people.
off topic, but I did so well with my shading on my drawing. OMG, I'm so joy-filled RN.
Ooh, show me. Unless you're not finished, then I guess, wait to show me, I guess. But, yeah, I just genuinely, like, I don't know. I'm a lot for people by this point, and I know it. I know I'm a lot, A lot of people
Yeah, wait a little bit.
A lot of people can't handle me. So it's like, which is fine, I'm a very confident person. And it's a good thing that I'm confident the way that I am, but I'm a very confident person in myself now, and, like, genuinely just, I don't know. I've learned a lot in my life, and I don't know, I'm like, genuinely, I just can't really date like a normal person anymore, I guess. Or not normal, but people that are just really introverted, I just guess I can't be around anymore. So, I don't know. I just not really meant for a relationship, I guess, anymore. So, like I said, the only person that I get, like I said, I mean, I know that it sounds like I'm doing that weird thing where it's like, oh, he was the only person for me, but I mean, like, genuinely, probably, it wasn't the fact that he was the only person for me because I was like, oh, it was like I was really romanticizing him. It's just the fact that Shenzi just genuinely was, like, the only dude.
I thankfully have my confidence too, but I grew up with a family that really likes to manipulate. Not
Oh,
that they
yeah.
matter to me anymore.
1000%. Well, I bet, dude. Yeah, and that's the most annoying fucking thing is when your family just, like, kind of fucks up, like, everything about that. I mean, yeah, yeah, no, I mean, genuinely, it just was the fact that he wasn't, like, how you say it? He was the only it wasn't the fact that I'm like, oh, he was, like, the perfect person because he was, like, the biggest, like, smooth talker ever, or, like, the biggest, like, most romantic person ever, and I was, like, having that crazy honeymoon phase. It's just the fact that genuinely he's the only dude that was probably, like, will probably ever be able to handle me anymore. Like, I just, that was it. Genuinely, he's the only guy that can handle me by this point. I realize I'm a lot. I know that I'm a lot. I know that I can be crazy. I know that I understand that I'm like a wild person, and I understand I'm very confident, but this also means I'm extremely competent in myself, and also like I'm able to handle myself a lot more. And I'm very active in a lot of places. So it's like, I'm an activist now. I'm part of like this fucking humanitarian group. I do a lot of crazy shit. So it's like people just can't handle me because I'm fucking nuts. I'm nuts, but I'm using it for a good thing, but I'm still crazy. So it's like, and people just can't handle someone as confident as me. People can't handle someone that like, that genuinely.
You're insane in the membrane.
Yeah, I'm bonkers. I'm bonkers, but at the very least, like I still, I'm not like so crazy to the level where I'm like, I'm not like stupidly, I'm not like, confidently moronic, but I am like, I'm still an idiot, yeah, but I listen to professionals where I need to listen to them, but I'm confident in myself to the level where like where just really a lot of things don't bother me anymore. That's just probably comes with age, but genuinely just a lot of people don't bother me anymore. And and I definitely have realized like my point in, or like the part of the, how do I say it, the people that I'm definitely above, if that makes any sense. Not even people, I guess I wouldn't call them people because they're like AI slop consuming, garbage consuming fucking behave slaves, but you know what I mean. Like genuinely just people can't handle me anymore. I'm a lot.
At the moment, my family are the only people who really bother me. Thank God I have a plan to move out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of people in my life that genuinely, like, what do I call it? There's a lot of people in my life that, that, I definitely tone it down a bit when it comes to certain people, but, like, dating me is and, and there's a lot about me, And like I said, Shenzi was the only guy that could really handle that, and I hate to be that person, but it's like I just like it. I'm not trying to do this thing where it's like a romantic thing where it's like, oh yeah, he was the perfect person for me, and I'll never date people again. It's literally just a fact. I just probably will never date again. I'll never be with anybody else again. I'm not too broken. I'm not broken up about it. I just genuinely am a person that is like I'm just generally just a really difficult person. I could be a difficult person to be with, and I'm a very like thrill-seeking, wild, like bearing, very like heavy risk-taking type of person. I am nuts, if that makes any sense. I am a wild person, and like being with me is dangerous. And like Shenzi was fine with that because he was like, he already realized that he was a fucking, he's like a black dude that's in America, that had that lived in Britain at one point. So it's like the guy, or that lived in Britain, that lived in the United Kingdom at one point. And like, so it just, this dude was way too familiar.
I definitely
with
say
it.
I'm that type of person too. I can be quite the extrovert,
Yeah.
very adventurous and willing to be up all night.
He's dealt with some big fucking problems before, and he's dealt with, and and not, also to the fact that also, I have a million diseases, so I could just die any day, and the fact that he also just like he can handle that because he's been through that many times. And like, and now it's like, so with me, it would be really no different. So it's genuinely, there's a lot of things there's a lot of layers to me. And just, it is a huge risk to be with me, if that makes any sense. It is. It's a massive risk to be with me. And, just because I'm single doesn't mean I'm a fucking virgin. And just because I'm, and just because I have hemorrhoids now doesn't, doesn't mean like, I didn't have a sex life before this, It doesn't mean that I'm gonna just act like a dipshit every time.
Ad.
Like,
Twitch ad.
okay.
Ad over. Back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just being with like, yeah, I mean, you know, just doesn't mean that like what do you call it? Yeah, just a massive like a really difficult person to be with. Um that doesn't mean, you know, like am I gonna miss some things? Sure, I'm gonna miss freaking like being like cuddling with that man, you know. I'm gonna miss fucking cuddling and fucking being close, like, you know, actually genuinely like I don't know, even just some of the sexual stuff too, you know. And I miss like kind of just talking to him. I'm gonna miss like genuinely just being doesn't mean I guess, you know, we're still like I guess friends, but I don't know. I'm not gonna really ever be like that close to him ever again. So which is whatever, you know, it's fine. I'm gonna miss some things, but again, it is what it is. You know. Dude just wasn't ready for me. That's okay. You know. I just think like and I don't I'm gonna say something kind of crazy. He was never
Art's done
ready.
BTW.
He was never ready for me. Okay, yeah, we'll send it in the art chat on Discord. Yeah, he was never ready for me. Or not ready for me. Yeah, he's what do you call it? He wasn't ready for me, but to be honest, I genuinely don't think he'll ever be ready for like a full-fledged relationship. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he will ever be ready for me. I don't know. Like is that really like ballsy and like, you know, am I stroking my own ego here because of that shit? Yeah. Of course I am, but you know, I've been through a lot of relationships. I know how to treat my man, you know. So it's like, you know, genuinely I know how to treat somebody. So it's like, you know, and he just oh my god, damn. Whoa. What is this? Damn, dude, good job. Damn, that shading, fucking colors here. Oh my god, it is the background. Dude, this is gorgeous. Good job, dude.
It took 1 hour.
Took 1 hour. Damn, good job, man. Hell yeah. Fucking hell, look at the fucking dial points. I mean, you added more buttons, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, like look at the shading on the fucking even on like the little like exclamation things. My god, dude, good job. Fantastic job, dude. Oh my god. Fantastic job. Like genuinely, man. Like I just, you know, yeah, like genuinely the fucking just the phone. I mean, man, I don't know, man. This is like some great fucking shading, dude. Um like it's kind of strange because it's like it's green. It kind of reminds me of I don't know why. I'm like trying to think of like what makes me think of it. It's making me think of like something specific. I don't know exactly what though. Like what? It's like kind of like zombie-ish. Kind of reminds me of like a zombie arm, you know? Wait, what? What's going on? Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. No. No, he's coming. Oh god, no. No, not the RV.